Yes, we live. Episode 71. Is it 51 in Spanish? I'm not sure, but 71. The episode is moving quick. Third episode in a row. We walking this week. But I hope everybody doing good. Happy Wednesday. You know, Episode 71 featuring Sheena Fontaine. So hopefully I'm pronouncing the names right because I'm the worst at pronouncing names. But I hope everybody doing well. I hope everybody having a good day, good night, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world today. So I'm doing good. Hectic day today, real busy. Kind of hot a little bit in Florida. But that's Florida for you. Well, Orlando, I'll say Orlando. It's kind of hot in Orlando today. But today should be a fun episode. I'm excited, just to hear to hear Sheena's story, and learn more about the business mind as well too. Her circle, they're all like business minded, you could say. So I'm definitely excited for that. But so big up to everybody, big up to everybody. Philip, big up, Philip. Violet, good evening, good evening, good evening. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody supporting Sheena episode today. Blessings. Yes, Nick. Yeah, legendary show last night. That was amazing. I learned a lot. I'm gonna touch on that in a little bit. Good night, Carrie. Good night. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these shout outs out the way. Let me drink some water because these shout outs be tiring me out. So once again, I appreciate everybody tuning in, passing through, hailing me up, hailing Sheena up. Appreciate you guys supporting her as well too. These are some of the different business owners from the Virgin Islands, and we have so many. And these are just the ones that I shout out right now, and I guarantee it's probably gonna grow more as well too. But we have legends340.com. Make sure you guys go check out the website. Shout out to Dingo, shout out to the whole team and the whole family. We got Savory Eats LLC based in Orlando. And we have our special guest today, the owner of Savory Eats as well too. We got meltingpotcookingclass.com. Follow on Instagram at meltingpotcookingclass. Shout out to Andrea. We got Siboney Caribbean Restaurant. Shout out to Mitra. Shout out to the whole family. We got Next Level Up Printing. Shout out to Chico Harris. If you guys need anything printed, definitely reach out to Chico. Check out his Facebook page. You guys could get in contact with him. He does a lot of good work, man. Very professional, very professional. You will definitely be a satisfied customer when you finish with him. We got Calypso Clothing LLC, calypsoclothing.com. Make sure you guys check out the website. A lot of dope shirts. We got Hungry Hearts Hustle Apparel.com. Follow on Instagram at Hungry Hearts Hustle as well. They got a lot of dope stuff too. Big up to Walt Eugene. Big up to Dwayne as well too, and Fatty Newton for Calypso Clothing. It should be on next week, Wednesday. Also, let me fast forward back to Hungry Hearts Hustle. Big up to Walt Eugene. He always have some nice dope messages on the shirts as well too. So definitely check out his Facebook. Check out the Instagram. We got Island Time Grill.com. Shout out to Vera Thomas, man, doing big things. The chef, so definitely big up. We got Coach Tegan41 workout videos, www.patreon.com. Make sure you guys check that out as well, too. Tegan was doing big things. We got Caribbean Girls Rock. This is their sweater. I always rock it for every female guest on the podcast, because it's a message to let them know that Caribbean Girls Rock, so that's what we're going. That's the idea. But you guys definitely check out the website, man. They got some dope stuff. They definitely got some dope stuff. Their Facebook is Caribbean Girls Rock, Instagram at official Caribbean Girls Rock IG. So make sure you guys check that out. meltedbycroix.com, Facebook Melted by Croix, Instagram Melted by Croix as well too. Definitely check out the website, meltedbycroix.com. Check out the website, man. Some dope wax, scented candles. So make sure you guys check that out. We got Rico Canario. Website is www.lulu.com/spotlight/R Canario. Check out his website. He got some books. Check out his Facebook. Rico is always going live, showing pictures and images of the Virgin Islands back in the day, man. a lot of history, man. So you guys can learn a lot. We got Midnight Entertainment. Follow on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok at The Real Midnight. Also Facebook, Real Midnight ENT. Follow on Facebook, City of Refuge Worship Center. The live stream every Sunday, 10 a.m. Shout out to Mona. Big up to Nato. We got The Good Life Apparel. We got AIM Credit Repair LLC. Shout out to Carlos Hawkins. Follow on Facebook at Livewire Sports, the Virgin Islands, the Caribbean, ESPN. So definitely you guys check that out. Check them out. Shout out to Lorena. Shout out to the whole team. Big up to all of them. Continue doing what you're doing for the VI. We got C Boogie Talks Thursdays, 8 p.m. So he will be live tomorrow. Big up to Christopher Henry. Make sure you guys check out his Facebook page. We got the Brand LLC. We got On the Edge Performance. On the Edge Performance. Follow on YouTube and follow on Facebook as well too. On the Edge Performance. Follow on Instagram. Also on Facebook at Dexter_Sinister_exclusive unapologetic. Make sure you check that out. We got Apollo Legion. Shout out to Dave Paris Enterprise. Larisha Star, Brown Stars, Eat Streets. We got Bubbles Promotion. We got Mentality of a Pro. That's the title of Tegan new book. His website is www.kevincoachtshepard.com. Make sure you guys go out and check that out. We got Nona Enviro Group. Shout out to Wade. Shout out to Chanel. Shout out to the whole team. The website is www.environona.com. Shout out to Kenya. Eugene. The website is www.kenyaheartmusic.com. She has an album and an EP out on all streaming platforms, so make sure you guys check that out. Shout out to Senator Genevieve Whitaker. You guys can reach out at her email, which is senatorwhitaker@legvi.org. Also follow her on IG, Instagram at Senator Whitaker. Senator Genevieve Whitaker. That's on Instagram. Also on Twitter at Senator Whitaker. Also, AnonymousWestGirl.com. Make sure you guys check it out as well. West Girl be doing big things, highlighting different individuals from the Virgin Islands. She also provides history about the Virgin Islands from back in the day. So definitely you guys check that out as well too. And last but not least, follow our YouTube channel, v.i.legends. So shout out to all the people there from the Virgin Islands doing the thing, big up themselves and everybody that's doing the thing in the podcast as well too, everyone. So good night, Shania. Good night. So I hope everybody doing well. We had an amazing episode last night, man. Cristobal Machin Encarnacion, man. Man, he took us on a journey, man. Nothing but history, Man, it was so much. It's amazing. I don't even think I had enough time to really process it because we back within 24 hours back alive again. But I hope everyone that was influenced by him and touched by him was able to see his episode last night. He deserved everybody to support him. He done so much for youths and he done so much for so many individuals. I saw Violet mention he got her into college and he was such a supporting figure. I know Violet also mentioned that Gerali learned to run track from Cristobal. So, Dwayne, I'm drawing blank, but a lot of the different names, Rodney Raphael, Newton, all the different athletes, man, the baseball players from up east. I'm drawing blank with all the different names, but he mentioned so much names. He did so much for the Virgin Islands. He did so much for the youths. He sacrificed so much. He sacrificed his time. Yeah, he was a human encyclopedia. That is correct. So he definitely should be honored, man, and celebrated. If he affected you in any type of way, man, definitely reach out to him. Just tell him thank you. Tell him you appreciate the sacrifices he made. He done so much, man. He traveled so many places. He's in his 70s and he's still playing baseball. He even went back to all the way to 1927 when his dad came over with his family from Vieques. So he touched on a lot of history in the Virgin Islands, man. So hopefully more people could interview him so he could definitely spread his story and share his story. Hopefully he could write a book. That would be dope. I gotta fix my hat. Hopefully he could write a book. Hopefully he could tell his story and someone just jot down and take all the information in, man. So he definitely could write a book. He has so much history. So if you guys need to see his episode, you guys could visit the YouTube page v.i.legends and definitely watch his episode, man. That episode it's historical, so definitely shout out to Cristobal, shout out to all the people, all his family, everyone that tune in and supporting and ask the great questions. But we on to episode 71 featuring Sheena Fontaine, owner of Savory Eats LLC. She's very talented. She does a lot of stuff as well too. She's a fellow Bethune-Cookman Wildcat as well, so BCC, but I think it's BCU now, Bethune-Cookman University. I guess they're a university now, but she's a fellow Wildcat. She's my neighbor out in Orlando as well too. She's my sister. I consider her my sister. She's a dope chef, man. She's an amazing cooker, dope food. I'm not gonna talk your ears off anymore because I know I didn't come to see me. I come to see Sheena and hear her story, and we just go have fun tonight. And I appreciate everybody answering questions. And also, if I miss any questions, I definitely apologize. Make sure you guys send the questions again if I don't get to it or whatever, or just type it like Mumba Mumba Mumba, just so I could to see it, to see what's up. But with further ado, Sheena Fontaine, welcome to the Elite Podcast. Tonight is your night.
Hi, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Can you hear me?
I could hear you good. We have a short delay, so viewers, if we cutting each other off or anything, it's because we have a little delay. So just keep that in mind. So how you doing? How's everything going?
Everything is going great. It's been a crazy couple of days between juggling work and my side hustle. I can finally say today is like my day of rest from since last week Thursday. So it's I mean, Friday was Friday I did a Good Friday food sale, basically displaying, selling some of our traditional Good Friday eats. Got a little overwhelmed. It started off slow, and then at the end of the day, it was just like, woo! And then that was Friday. And then my other side hustle, doing hair, was all day Saturday. Then I had another event to cook for on Sunday. And then another event to cook for Monday evening. So, and then of course, back to work, and then work again today, and then finally have like an evening to myself.
You're a hard-working lady, Sheena. You're a hard-working lady.
I try to be. I mean, that's all I know. I mean, that's how I grew up too. My mother and my father, they work hard. They still work. So that's basically all that I know. You work for what you want in life. So
yeah. You definitely, you definitely tend to look.
I really like this platform.
Go ahead. You good. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was about to say I really created with this podcast. It's very interesting. I try my best to tune in every now and then, and I must say it's very, I love it. I love the information that we that is presented, and some of the people that is presented as well. It's very informative. So thank you, Mumba.
I appreciate you, Sheena. I appreciate you. Thank you. And shout out to Tegan, shout out to Topang as well too. Shout out to Karen, shout out to Karian, shout out to Langalo, some of the individuals that has been on and was on for someone else's episode. So definitely appreciate you, Sheena. Thank you. And that's what we're trying to do is just spread the history, inform the public, inform the next generation of Virgin Islands history. So we're just trying to keep our history alive and not lose it. So
Yep, and that's what we need actually throughout our community. We need to make sure that certain things that we started, it keeps going, because sometimes we tend to like just drop um the flag on certain things. So we learn from each other, and that's how we should always be. We should always learn how to progress and pass on the torch to the next generation.
facts, facts. That's true. Each one teach one. Each one teach
Sorry.
one. No, no, you good. You good. Hey, you know what it is? No, one thing about
Definitely.
yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, each one teach one. One thing about our platform, the podcast, man, whatever. We make mistakes, whatever. If you need to get up and do whatever, just go and just say, hey, I'm gonna be right back. It's all good. It's organic here. So
Hmm.
yeah. So we good, we good.
That's so,
So
yeah. So, well, let me give you a little background, I guess a background history about me.
yeah, tell us about you.
As
Yeah.
you all know, I'm from St. Croix. Um, Born and raised in St. Croix, the West Side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. West
I'm
side.
representing for the anonymous West girl.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
I grew up in Williams Delight. Spent most of my childhood years growing up in Savory. My grandma used to live in Savory, and my aunt, and then I had an aunt that used to live in Harrigan too. That's where I kind of met you forehand. I used to
Yeah.
spend many times with my cousin them
Yeah.
in Harrigan. I also went to their when they used to have the summer camps in the office. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
That
Yep.
was definitely
Yeah.
fun. We used to play. I remember we used to play kickball right there in the middle when they used to have the big water thing
The water buffalo.
in the
Yeah, from the
middle of
hurricane.
Harrigan Court, but it
Yeah.
swings on them. We used to
Yeah.
always be there. I remember growing up with Sonia in
Sonia. Yeah.
Harrigan, in Sonia, Fikisha, what was
Kisha.
Jamal
Yeah.
Lake and them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jamal Lake.
so
Yep.
I spent a lot of my time, yeah, between Harrigan and Safari. And then also my other aunt, my mother's side, used to live in Harvey too. So I could actually say that, you know, a lot of people say, you come from the projects and you really don't make a lot of yourself. But coming from the projects, that's nothing to do with what you want to do in the future. And I'm honestly, the best years of my life was growing up, in Williams Delight, Harrigan, Safrali, because you met so much people, and all of us is like a little family, especially Williams Delight.
It's true.
Especially growing up in Williams, like we still like we stick together till this day. So but I went private school, so I was one of those who used to live like west. I went private school all the way up east. So I went to St. Mary School
Oh
from
wow.
kindergarten till eighth grade. Yep. And then so I spent like all my years in St. Mary's, and then from St. Mary's, of course, I went complex. And it was another set of my best years was in complex. Honestly, got to meet some phenomenal people that I'm still friends with till this day. Like we call ourselves sister friends. We had a clique. We was a very big clique. And then we all like some of our male friends. We was like brothers and sisters, even till when we move out. We would all like on a Sunday. Um, and of course, we all go grocery shop in Walmart. And guess who had to cook?
You.
It was me. And then, from high school, um, I left to go to college in Daytona Beach. Back then it was Bethune Cookman College. Now it's Bethune
Yeah.
Cookman University, where I majored in accounting. So that's basically what I do with my life is accounting. Right now, I should say that I've done everything in accounting. My main thing that I'm doing right now in my career path has to deal with payroll, HR, benefits,
Mm.
compensation, anything that sort. That's what I deal with. So when an employee don't get paid, I'm the first person they email. They don't email the payroll clerk. They email me just because I'm the
You.
senior payroll analyst or the senior person in charge. And then I have to go dig in to find out why this person didn't get paid. Or, sometimes it's their fault, their manager fault, but we get the first cursing. So that is what I deal with on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And then still have to come home. One of my side hustles that I am grateful for was is doing hair. I've been doing hair, well, not too much in depth in hair. Like I do dreads. I could hook you up with a weave, put in a wig, anything. That started like I was young, very young in high school. I used to do all my friends' hair, like Emily Abel, Chantel, my cousin Narcissa was my first guinea pig. Narcissa Abraham. I
For
used to stay like practicing in her head. Besides my mother and my neighbor, I used to do my neighbor's hair. I used to do everybody around me hair, and it was just like that little hustle helped me throughout college, helped me throughout my adult life. I still got it going till now. Um, and then so as I say, I try my best to keep busy, but
yeah.
I also enjoy my downtime. Anybody could tell you if I'm not doing hair or cooking for an event. Prior to COVID, I was always gone out of town. So I try my best to, that balance work life thing, I got it under control. Trust me.
Nice, nice, nice. That's good. That's
So yeah,
important.
yes, it is. It's very important, especially like coming from working in like corporate America on the inside, as like dealing with human resources. We try to
Uh-huh.
always let people know, like, hey, 104 hours time off because you don't want to feel drained. You don't want to feel overwhelmed.
That's true.
So that's why you will always see me posting online. Ain't nobody could be a workaholic. Take your days off.
Yeah, definitely take
Take
your
your
days
days
off.
off.
That's true.
So that I do for payroll. I do payroll. I do hair, and I recently started my own catering business in 2019. Um, it all started where one of my hair clients, um, she was here at my house and she was pregnant and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry or whatever. And I like, okay, well, here I cook some food. There's the food. She sampled my food. And then a couple weeks later, she was having a housewarming party. And she like, you know what? I want you to cook for my housewarming party. You could be the first to break in my kitchen. I was like, what? A brand new kitchen? Like so I went ahead, I started cooking for her. And then from cooking just for her housewarming party, I became it spread it through her family. I started cooking for the cousin baby shower, her aunt's 40th birthday party. And she like, you're doing pretty good in this thing. You ever thought about starting a catering business? And then I will always cook for my friends when they have parties and stuff like that. And it went from, I was like, you know what, I should really start doing something. And then my little brother, who's also my guinea pig as well, when I'm trying to test out new recipes or anything like that, he like, we really need to get this food thing going. You need to open out a restaurant. I was like, restaurant, no. I'm
That's a
more of a
lot. That's a
truck
lot of work.
person. That's really what I won't mind
Mm,
open up in the future. Because with a, but yeah, because with food truck, you're more your mobility is way better than having a standstill place. Because like in Orlando, we have food truck bonanzas
Yeah.
where food trucks from all over the state
Yeah.
come, or all over the country come, just like in a parking lot different foods. I That's why I want to have a food truck, because if there's a food truck bonanza in North Carolina, Atlanta, Virginia, I could just hop in my little truck and drive
Yeah,
versus
that's true.
having a standstill restaurant. And then and the financial aspect of it too, I've done payroll and taxes for a restaurant, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot going on. They did for every little thing, and I was like, I don't have time for that. But with a food truck, you're more mobile. And then more people get to know you throughout the country. So that's why
That's
I
true.
feel like the food truck and food truck banana, I like that. So started Savory Eats, cooking for family and friends, to cooking for baby showers, engagement parties, private dinners, wedding. I started off, my first wedding was 130 people, went from
Wow.
130, and then to two. My largest wedding I've cooked for was 250 people. And honestly, it can get overwhelming. It's to the point where I actually rented out what is called a cloud kitchen, where for the space and the type of, not even the space, the preparation that I need like a chef kitchen or a restaurant size kitchen. So in Orlando, they have these things called cloud kitchen. So if you're like a culinary arts student, you can register with the company, pay like a monthly fee, and then you can go practice in the kitchen. Whereas the same thing as well, if you're like a pastry chef or a delivery person, you pay to use the space. You have a reserved space where it's like a big restaurant style kitchen. So
Wow.
the cloud kitchens is like a godsend. So I definitely love that.
First
I
time I heard about that.
Just catering thing is, yeah, it's they have they also have a new one called it's a branch of Uber Eats as well. Uber Eats have that as well here in Orlando, close to downtown. I think it's called Uber Kitchen or something like that. But the cloud kitchen is it's very, very, very useful. Very, I love it. I definitely love the cloud kitchens. And from from you learn a lot. I've also taken classes of how to plate food. I've done a
Ooh.
lot of workshops. I never like I can honestly say there is a group for everything that you are interested in on Facebook. So I've
That
joined
is true.
tons of catering groups on Facebook that teach you, like, there's catering 101. There's also an association, a catering association. Um, I also had the opportunity to go to one of the conferences that was held in Atlanta. It wasn't last year, the first year, 2019. It's it's a very wide spectrum. Like, when you start researching it, it's like, wow, you go into literally catering information. So that is why I like it. And again, um, people like my food, so
I would hope so. It tastes
that's
good.
always the good part. And I could always say Mumba. I don't even have to ask Mumba what he want at this point. I literally just put him down on the list. Every food
That's
sale.
facts. 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 Yeah.
Every
We all
food
know.
sale. Like, I have some. You're not the only one. I have some clients. They're like, you already know what I want. I just literally put
Yeah.
them down on the list, and just know they coming for their food. So I am very thankful for that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We have a question. We have a viewer question here. Where did you learn those recognizable cooking skills? How did it develop in you?
I could honestly say it came from my mom, my grandma, and my aunt. Like my mom, she could go in the kitchen and whip up something in 2 minutes. My grandmother, she was legally blind, but she still used to cook every day. And like I was always shocked of how she would cook her food. She would like, I mean, she could see, but she can't see far or whatever it
Yeah.
is. So she used to measure her seasoning in the palm of her hands. So she used to pour the seasoning in middle of her finger and like make a circle, and then that's how much seasoning she put in her food.
Wow.
And my grandma used to make it all. Like my roots come from Dominica. So my mom, my grandma, my aunt, by father's side, she would throw down in a kitchen. Like so I would definitely say is my grandma and my auntie. That's definitely where I learned a lot of my cooking from. And I
Okay.
always used to watch the cooking channel from young, like Julia Childs. I know I was like an old person in a young person body. Like I used to rush home to go watch like Julia Childs, Emerald, and just like stay watching the Food Network every time.
We have a viewer question here.
I think
Who were
there's
your
another question. I
biggest?
really can't. Oh,
No, you said a what? Well, oh, we got a viewer question here. Who were your biggest supporter in life? And also, what inspirational quote do you live by?
my biggest supporter in life is my parents. My mom and my dad, especially my dad. My dad literally calls me every morning still to make sure I wake up on time. Every
Wow.
time when he's going to work, my dad calls me every morning and every afternoon. Like I literally had to text him. I'm like, hey, I'm good. I'm going to be offline. Don't call me. I'll call you after I'm finished. But my dad calls me every morning to make sure I am up. Cause I'm a hard sleeper when I really do get to sleep. So so my dad calls me every morning. My mom is like I talk to my mom 3-4 times a day. So
Oh, nice, nice.
that's like yeah, my parents is like my heart and soul. So they are my biggest supporters, honestly. And my little brother. He's my hype man.
uh, at what age did you start cooking? Like you learned to cook at what age?
I was there around like 11 or 12. My mom used to put always like leave out the chicken, and I had to go home and cook after school or start cooking after school because by the time she come home the food have to be like halfway done.
Yeah.
So it was always had to go home and start cooking. I mean, I didn't have to finish cook, but at least start cooking the food. And then again, I always used to watch the Food Network. So I used to experiment a lot on my own in the kitchen. So I was at around age 12, definitely. Just starting cooking, and my mom would come home and finish it off after work.
Did you sorry for, did you mention the inspirational quote you live by? Do you live by?
An inspirational quote that I live by.
Yeah, that was the second part of Violet question.
Ooh, there's many. um, Something that I live by is always be true to you. Be true to yourself. Be true to what you want to do, and be a true human being. And I believe in karma. So what the energy that you put in, I mean the energy that you put out will come back to you 10 times fold. So that's
Facts,
why I
facts.
feel you always have to be true to yourself and never give up.
That's true.
Honestly.
That's true. That's true. That's true. How was your parents growing up? Were they strict parents or were they were more relaxed?
Oh yeah. My dad was somewhat relaxed and somewhat strict. My dad was not in that sleepover business thing. Like, ain't oh so and so having a slumber party. Oh, okay, you ain't going.
Ah,
You ain't going. My mom didn't used to play. She was all about the schoolwork. You what's this grade, you know? But thankfully I was never the only thing I used to get in trouble for back in the day was talking a lot in class. Me and my best friends, we were in again, we went to St. Mary's, and I know if you go Catholic school, you are in the same class with the same person that you start with until you graduate.
yeah.
So I was Sheena, she was Shara. So we always used to get in trouble for talking in class. And
That's
so,
hilarious. That's funny.
but we always used to make the honor roll though. Like,
Oh
so,
well, yeah, that's good.
so, but I could honestly say, like, throughout my high school years, my parents, I guess they saw that I was a responsible teenager. And one thing with my parents, they always wanted to know who I'm going with, where we're going, who's the adult there, how we're getting back home. And thankfully, Shara, she had an older sister, so she was always our chaperone. So we used to be everywhere together with our big sister. So so and my father, he didn't again, he wasn't in that. Oh, so and so gonna pick me up. No, I'll drop you off and pick you up.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's
And
good.
it could be 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. My father will be out there waiting to come pick me up from, because you know how funny I go Wendy's, you bust a line. My father will sit down in the parking lot until we were ready to go home.
Wow.
And he not only picking me up, he picking up Sheena, Shara, Cadilla, Jamila, and he have to drop everybody home. My father did not care. My father was there to pick me up and drop me off. So yeah. So my
Man,
parents was they wasn't too strict, but they wasn't too, go out there and then my mother is like a little social butterfly, so she used to always go places and tag me along from small. So
yeah, that's a good balance though. Your father, your mother, it was like a good balance.
yeah,
Yeah. We have a
honestly.
we have a question here from Violet. Have you ever done or
Hmm.
thought of doing workshops for the youths?
Not directly the youth, but I do workshops. There has been I volunteer actually, um, along with some other again another group of people that I've met through networking on Facebook. We volunteer our time where we either cook like during when the height of COVID last year, everyone had their little business. We cook and then we donated plates of food to some of the frontline workers at the different
Mm,
hospitals, different clinics, and stuff like that. And I volunteered my time, well, before COVID, at one of the shelters. I go there, I drop off food. Like during Thanksgiving last year, I drop off a turkey and ham and how you call
that's
it,
nice.
yams over to the
Yams, yeah.
shelter. And then I also There's also a local promoter here, Tony Ann. She normally asks for, like, if you're a hairstylist, a barber, or a cosmetologist, anyone that does like facials or anything like that, to volunteer time. I think it's Wednesday to we go over there, we wash people hair, trim their hair.
Oh, nice, nice.
Some of the barbers comes, they cut the kids' hair, they cut the women's hair. So there's a lot of, I volunteer a lot of my time else besides, I mean, cooking or anything like that. I volunteer my time to the shelters as well. I have done workshops. I have done one-on-one cooking classes with people. Um,
All right, so Sheena got disconnected. I think she might have got a phone call or something, but appreciate the viewers them tuning in. You know, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Man, when the screen went to my screen alone, that kind of tripped me out. That kind of like it scared me or something. You know, but here Sheena coming back. Appreciate all the viewers tuning in. Appreciate you guys supporting.
can you see me now?
Yeah. You good?
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't know what happened.
Nah, don't
But
worry
yeah,
about that.
do one-on-one classes with individual if they ask me to. I don't have a problem with volunteering my time at all. I just have to make the time. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's true. So we have another viewer question here from Sheldon. What were some organizations you were involved with as a child, teenager, and young adult?
I was definitely part of FBLA. Loved it. And then Mr. Nelson he's actually the reason I did accounting. And Mr. Nelson had a youth group back then. I forget the name. But we did a lot of volunteer time with Mr. Nelson. And then I also volunteer as well when he had the summer camps. When they used to be at the Sci Farm Ballpark. I did 2 summers with him. What else did we do? We also used to do like I forget, there was a program where we used to like go and clean up the beach like every couple of weeks. I forget the name of the program, but it was a recycling that's why recycling was a big thing back then.
Yeah.
I forget the name, but we used to always go clean up the beach, clean up like the town, go clean up certain areas of the neighborhood and stuff like that. And recycling was big back then, because I remember having those big bags of cans to recycle,
Yeah,
and the tops
that's
of
true.
the soda cans to
Yeah.
recycle. I would recycling was a very big thing then. So we used to I did 4-H a time, and
Okay.
then Hovensa had a program as well that we was part of. I think it was something stars. I can't remember. But those was a good time. They had a lot of activities for us to do back then. I was a debutante, aka debutante. Um, Again, I did the choir. Shout out to the complex choir. I was in the choir. Those were the best years ever, Miss Sweeney. Like, if you ever been in the complex choir, you already know. I mean, sometimes you'll spend your whole lunch period in the choir room, singing, practicing, and you'll be upset because the lunch period done and everybody have to go back to their class. But those was the good days. And then we also spent a lot of time again in Mr. Nelson class as well. He used to have these positive talks. You could have asked him any questions, and he was always willing. And we used to watch a lot of documentaries back then, a lot, and it was very informative. um that's about it.
So we got a couple more. We got some more viewer question. We have one from Carrie Ann. What inspired you to be a chef slash caterer and to work for yourself?
What again, as I stated, I can actually say it was my my friends. They always just like, oh Sheena, this is good, this is good. You need to, do this and this and this. And then I had the opportunity to cook for one individual, and I became like the family chef, just cooking for that one individual. It's like the auntie will call me to cook for her 40th birthday. I cook for a baby shower, another party. So it started for that one little family. And I was like, you know what? I need to look into what it takes to be what's into this catering thing. And then I started going to different workshops, again following different groups, researching like what it entails. And logistics is the hardest thing. Like for me, the hardest thing about catering is the shopping.
I agree, yeah,
Like
that's true.
I don't even like to shop for my personal self, much less much less having to shop for
That's
to
funny.
cook for almost 250 people. And it's like you have to make sure you don't buy too much or too less. Food is like, ugh, that's for me. The hardest thing is the shopping part. Like I have to go buy 8 boxes of chicken and 7 boxes of fish, and and it's bulk
That's hard.
and
That's
it's
hard.
heavy. So for me, as I said, the hardest part is the shopping. I hate it. But like when I start cooking, even sometimes I start prepping and I just go from prepping to cooking nonstop. So that's it for me right there. I just hate shopping. As I said, I hate shopping for myself and having to shop for other people. Woo!
That's it. We have another question here from Carrie Ann. What's your favorite dish to cook? What's the top dish on your menu that most customers tend to order?
My potato stuffing is the top dish. Like everybody else want extra. And the rice, even my I'll honestly say that's the two things that people order that I always want extra for:
Rice fire.
the potato stuffing, more rice, and the kingfish. They always want extra. Like um, my favorite dish to cook. Mm, I don't have a favorite. Oh, and my veggie lasagna. A lot of people love my veggie. Some people order the veggie lasagna by the pan. So,
Oh
like,
wow.
like half the pan or a full pan. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
The veggie
But
lasagna is good.
I tell you, Mumba, try everything.
It's good. It's good. I love food, man. I love food. I love eating food, bro. You know.
I mean, and you learn a lot too with this catering business. Like I mean, it's so much to learn. So it's you constantly learning. Like I get newsletters every time, every day, for different workshops that they have, and you could sign up. It's I'm like a lifetime learner for me to say. You can never get enough information. Like I love definitely um like finding out more about certain stuff. That anything that intrigue me, I'm definitely going to Google until I can't Google no more. That's actually how I started. Like I started from Googling, and then I end up in a rabbit hole of catering association and laws and bylaws and price list and everything like that. So it's a lot of research out there. You got to do your own research, definitely. And from just doing your own research, I would say you set a plan for yourself, like where you want to be within 3 months, where you want to be within months to a year, and you follow that moving forward. And everything that you do in life, actually, you want to set a plan. You set a vision, a timeline. Timelines are good because it encourages you it encourages you to keep going. And it's like, I gotta meet this timeline or anything like that. So it's always good to set a timeline. And I'm still old fashioned. Like, I have my little iPhone, but I still have a planner. Like, I mean,
That's
this
good.
is literally, I still have a planner. Like, even though I have my phone as my calendar and my how to, at the end of each night, I come back to my planner. I write down little notes. I see what I have to do for the next week. And I add it on to my plan. I add it onto my phone. I add it onto my calendar online so I could be in sync. So you definitely have to balance out everything and make sure that you're keeping track of everything. I know sometimes I may miss a little communication. Some people might tell you like, "Hey, I haven't heard you from you," but you could get email from me at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I reply back. Like, because
Yeah.
sometimes your mind is constantly going, and at the same time too, you have to know when to shut down. Because if you don't know when to shut down, your body will tell you to shut down. And
Facts.
I've had that moment where it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot move out of this bed today.
I feel it. I know that feeling.
Yeah. I can honestly say that, I have my two friends that helped me out a lot during this whole from the start, with the whole catering thing, was my dear friend Kadila.
Yeah, shout
Caddy,
out
as most
Cadilla.
of yes.
Yeah, shout out
Like
Caddy. Shout out Caddy.
Caddy has been there. Like Caddy will come when I have a food sale. I set she up, give she the list of people, the list of food, and Caddy will go at it and just shut down the plate. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes I would turn my back and Caddy plate out like 50 plates one time. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
what?
She
And
all
my
about
other good friend,
business. She all about business.
I call she Georgie Porgy. Yeah, my other friend Georgie Porgy. Well, I call she Georgie Porgy. We don't call she Georgie, but I always like to make an extra name for people. So they have been there for me. Like, that's like my left hand and my right hand. So before I commit
Nice.
to anything, I'd always text them for assistance, because I don't need assistance with packing the food, prepping the food, um delivering the food, because sometimes it's all like 17 pounds of food, 20 pounds of food that we have to deliver. So they already know, like, you gotta come when it's close to wrapping up stuff, and they will come through like all the time. And I am very thankful for them. Very, very, very thankful.
That's awesome. That's awesome to have good, a good
I
supporting
think
cast helping
somebody
you out.
asked another question. I saw it popped up.
Yeah. I know you mentioned the food truck, but do you plan in the future to fully dive into restaurant business?
I'm gonna stick with my food truck. I'm a soon be like Mr. Courtesy. You remember Mr. Courtesy used to be driving around with a big speaker?
Yeah, I remember.
And
Yep.
I will be at your nearest jam afterwards serving
Yeah,
food with that big
of course. I
speaker.
see.
Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Yeah,
people, and that's a serious thing, because like when you come from the club or anything like that, the first thing on your mind is, I'm hungry. I need food. You can I mean, not
yeah,
all restaurants open at 4 o'clock, but if you have a food van, you could pull up in front of the club in the parking lot,
yeah. That's true. You're
pop your
right.
thing open. Where our food van, there's more flexibility versus a standalone restaurant. So that's my take as to why I wouldn't do a restaurant, because I want that flexibility, that mobility to pull up. with the ceiling missing. Like I'm so I always have loved that thought that Mr. Courtesy was always outside of every jam. Like every time you about to go home, you go buy a pot water, like like before you
Yeah,
go home.
yeah, that's
So
true.
like, cause here, I mean, yeah, I get McDonald's or whatever it is. I don't really care for McDonald's. I don't really eat McDonald's. But sometimes you want to start like, and then again, you come and you were drinking at club. Sometimes your alcohol level don't want have you craving certain things. That
Facts.
certain thing might be my food.
That's
So
true. That's
that's
true.
why
It's
I
true.
feel I will stick with the food van. And again, the mobility is what I really want a food van for. Because like I went to the VI picnic in New York 2 years ago, and there was a food van, and the guy, I think he came from, I think he told me he came from Virginia. He drove up from Virginia to the picnic. I said, you see what I mean? Like, and I mean
That's
that's
smart.
what I mean. Even though yeah, I'll be here in Florida, but I have done road trips. I don't mind.
Yeah,
Or I don't mind putting the food van on a train and meeting my food van up there. But the fact that I'm mobile is what really I will more stick to versus a standalone restaurant.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Because if there's any type of major event going on, you have the opportunity to, for instance,
Yeah,
like they had the Super Bowl and you had the Super Bowl in Tampa. I know it's COVID, but just for
in
instance, like if
Tampa.
yeah,
Yeah,
you could bring your food truck down there, you know, and then also you get to expand your brand as well too,
yeah,
you know, meeting so many different people from
yeah.
different areas and stuff.
Cause I follow this one guy out in Cali, and he has a food van, and like he shows up to different neighborhoods out in Cali, and it's like people before he could even pull up his food van on certain days, people are already parked waiting for him to pull up. So I mean
Wow.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I was.
and
I'm
then
gonna
you
say
could
that question, but
you could like there's a local food van. This lady, she sells waffles, but like waffles topped with anything that you want, Melissa's waffles or something like that. And she will
yeah.
spend like um Saturday afternoon she'll be in Altamont Springs, and then in the evening time she'll be over here by Lake Eola, and then in the nighttime she over here by somewhere else. So again, the mobility, the fact that you can move around and people waiting and wanting your food is what I think I like about the food van business. And I've been researching the food van business, and it's a very like I've been looking at books, listening to audiobooks, and reading books. Food, and they actually have a book, Food Van Business for Dummies.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's much bigger than we thought,
Yeah,
than we
I
think.
love.
Actually, sorry.
No, you good. Yeah, like when they have the food, the food truck. We have all the trucks that I forget what you mentioned it earlier, but it'll be like in Sanford. It'll be
Bananzar.
like it. Yeah, Banazar be like all over throughout Central Florida, man. We have some good food. Some good food. I think you might be stuck, Sheena, a little bit.
Sorry, you. Yeah, sorry, you were break. You can you repeat yourself? You was breaking up.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying like that. That's what I like about the food truck is that they don't have the food truck bonanza, and it'll have different spots in Orlando and in Central Florida. Like different dates. So that's the good
Yeah.
thing, and it'll be like a wide variety of different food trucks.
Mhm.
So that's something good
Mhm.
to get into.
Cause even like Pancho, there'll be Sunny Isles, and then at one point I think he used to come over St. Thomas too for Carnival.
Yeah,
So again, is the fact that you is mobile and you could go wherever you want. That's what I like.
yeah,
It's
that's
coming
true.
soon. It's coming soon though. I'm praying on it. It's
Yeah, Yeah,
It's all in God's timing.
yeah, it's true. It's all about timing. What about do you deliver in Miami? David Wilshire wants to know because he trying to get played in Miami.
I mean, I will. My friend lives in Miami. Um, Pre-COVID, we were actually planning a food sale, but COVID come and like shut our hopes and dreams and aspiration down.
Mm.
So I'll be back. I'll be in Miami soon and trying to work something out. And Atlanta.
Nice, nice.
Atlanta is probably gonna happen pretty soon. I'm looking at summertime for that.
Oh, okay. We have another question here from Sheldon.
I see
Do
somebody
you
ask, do you plan to acquire a culinary degree? Yeah. Um, I have looked into it to getting certified into it. So it's all in God's timing. I just have some things on my plate right now that I need to finish with. And then I'll definitely, because I mean, I still work a corporate job, and I still go to school for, certifications requiring for my job and what I do. So when that part of my corporate job life is done, I'll probably get back to my personal side hustle life and do culinary arts
yeah.
certifications or something like that. But I have done classes like that shows me how to plate food. I have done a class like that. Like you could pick up classes and do workshops here and there
Yeah, here and there, yeah.
to advance your skill set. So probably I want to do a degree, but as I said, I'm a lifelong learning person. So I would look into getting either a certification or doing workshops to help me advance my skill sets.
Yeah, that's smart. I always keep up to date, keep up to date.
You got to, because even in like what the type of work that you do, that's how life, I mean, our work is forever evolving. So you can't be, and honestly, that is like one of my biggest thing that I run into in my corporate job. Like, you have the old heads that they see this young person come in, and you tech savvy. That's what they like to call us, y'all tech savvy kids or whatever it is. The minute they say, "Oh, I hear you're an expert in Excel. Can you do this for me?" I said, "Well, this is what I was trying to teach you, but you didn't want to learn. You said, 'Oh no, this is how it's done.' But you didn't want me to teach you in the beginning, and that's what I was trying to teach you a way to, My thing is being more efficient in your work instead of having to do more manual work. When you do a lot of manual work, there's a lot of rooms for error. A lot of rooms for error. So you try to eliminate that and try to automate your work. And as I said, like I would tell them, like Excel is your best friend, especially if you're doing accounting. Like you cannot go wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
I
So,
think Karyan asked the question.
yeah, how are you balancing your corporate job, hairstylist,
How are you
and being a
balancing your
chef?
corporate job, hairstylist, being a chef all at once? As I said earlier, yeah, as I said earlier, I basically take time out on a Sunday evening to go over my week ahead. So it's all about timing. I still have a planner, still use my planner, and I leave notes all over the place. Like I have sticky notes all over the place, all over my monitors. I have notes reminding me, like literally, I have notes, little sticky notes all over the place. Call back so and so, send email to so and so. So I have to have notes. I'm a visual person, so I like to have things so it's all about learning how to prioritize, I should say, what comes first and what and then being proactive. Like I plan ahead a lot. Like my friends them, because they probably think I'm annoying. Like I asking them like, what we doing this summer, because I need to close off these days if we doing something this summer. Like, and if the world opening back up, I need to take a trip or two, so I need to close off these days. So so it's all about being like looking out. I always plan like 60 to 90 days ahead, so I don't know where I'm going in
Oh, that's
June,
good.
July, and August of this year. So so that's that'll be stick on me, but I'll be like, hey, what's our plan this summer? Like, where we going? We staying here? I'll staying here. 'Cause I going. Like, if you stay here, I going somewhere. But I need to know, and then you can't be too busy. Again, like we try to make time for everything. So again, we need to always try to plan a meetup, like a friendship meetup. Like we need to check in with each other. So hey, how everybody looking for the third weekend in July or the third week in May? Like we need to meet up. We need to group together. Make sure everybody, um, you know, on point. Everybody head is where it needs to be. Because they always say, check a strong friend, and that is very, very true. Like, I mean, you don't know what people are going through, and you just
Yeah.
calling them. Like, I don't. I have this thing lately. Like, if my mind cross on somebody, I will text them or I will call them. I like, hey, what going on? You still alive? I ain't hear from you. Just checking in.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
the minute that you don't do that, and you're going to regret if something happened to that person, and be like, dang, I should have texted that person when I remember them. And lately, how the world is set up, like we need to do that. We need to check in with our friends more often because, whoo, it's been a rough year.
That's true. That's true. That
It's
is so
been a
true.
rough year. Like we have lost close friends, like people that I saw when I went back home in December, like of last year. I went home for Christmas time, came back. Um, One of my classmates passed away. I just see, like, but
Yeah,
he had looked
it's sad.
so, or she had looked so happy. She had looked so, and it's like, oh my gosh, what happened? And it's just like, wow. And it's like people you would talk to, like a lot of my friends I would talk to every day. Like we would text or we would chat online every day on Facebook, and it's just like to hear they pass away like a month or it's like, dude, it's like wow, and it's like whoa. So you definitely have to check in with your friends, your family, and make sure they're okay. I mean, my friends do that to me. Like I have had times where, I went out with my friends them and like one of my friends would call my friend call and she just called to check up on me because she saw me the other day and I didn't, look like myself. And I was like,
Oh,
wow,
okay,
what you
that's
mean? Like
nice.
I thought I was looking.
Yeah.
She like, you just look tired. I like, well, like, I've been doing a lot. She like, well, you need to take some time off or, you need to relax or catch yourself or something like that. So I was like, gee, if somebody could see it, that means I am like a terrible stage. I was like, whoa, I need 2 days off or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let me go check in with the doctor to make sure I'm good. Because if somebody else could see that I looking tired or I have some serious bags underneath my eyes, so I need to get that right quick. So I mean, it's all about making time for yourself, prioritizing yourself. My friend Lauren, she used to tell me sometimes I want to do too much. And she like, oh, well, you're just overwhelmed. You're just tired. And I will be like, well, it's something that I had committed to, and I don't like to like something and have to tell the person no or I can't do it because that person depending on you for like let's say I had somebody here to do, but I so tired. Like sometimes I will do hair tired, but my friends and family know when I say I am going to hide it, don't call my like
That's funny.
like once I hibernate in, I I have some dark curtains, so it's nighttime all the time.
Okay.
So definitely my friends and family know I just send out that text message, hibernation time. Check out in like 2 days or 3 days. But you do need to take time off, take time for yourself, and just make sure um you're good and go to the doctor. A lot of us like to say we like to do things naturally or whatever it is, but go visit your doctor, your dentist. If you feel
Yeah.
cloudy in your mind, you don't know who to talk to, most of your jobs have assistant programs that you can call and talk to somebody. Because if it's on your mind, you need to get off of your mind, because that's where sleep deprivation and everything that come in when you don't sleep at night. So take care of yourself, because in order for you to be successful and get up every morning to go to work, you have to be well rested. I learned that the hard way. Like, I used to sometimes just sleep for like 4 hours or 3 hours or 5 hours in the night and get up, go to work, have to do this. And then after a while, I also was like, I let myself go, like start gaining weight. I start not eating, and it's like,
Mm,
I too tired. I falling asleep. Like, so you
yeah.
definitely have to take care of yourself. You have to check in with a therapist. Like, make sure you're good. Like,
That's true.
if you have something on your mind that you don't know what's bothering you, I don't tell people, like, I have seen a therapist. It's not because I think I was going crazy. It's just that I feel I have a lot of things going on, and I feel I need to hear a different opinion. Like,
Yeah. That's important. That's true.
because
That's
we
important.
all have friends. Yeah, and that's another thing that a lot of people need to go see a therapist. I'm not afraid to tell people to go see a therapist, because therapy is healthy. It's healthy. It's very healthy.
Yeah.
Because at one point I was always the mean friend. I don't think I was mean. I don't think I was mean or I was rude,
Uh,
but I had to learn there's a difference between straightforward and being rude. And I guess my straightforwardness was coming off as rude. So
mhm.
now I learned how to approach things differently. So, and I was always aggressive. I always, if you answer me, I go answer you back, and I go, Michelle Obama used to say, "We go high, they go high." No, I was going low.
uh, hail up, Wayne.
I
Hail
was
up. Hail up, Wayne. Hail up.
gonna tell you about yourself, and I decided, I need to stop doing that. So it's
That's
just
funny.
like, that helped me to like rewind. We ain't gonna do that no more, Sheens. Just let these people go about their business.
Yeah.
So it's just you have to. It's a learning spectrum. Everything that we do, we learn on our own. We learn from other people. We learn from
Yeah.
our. That's what we have to do in life. Like, learn from our past mistakes. Unless it gonna become a pattern, then people can just get sick of you. Cause I
It's
mean,
true.
we all have people that we feel that you're not learning from your past mistakes. Are you still doing the same thing? Like, come on now, man. You making this a habit? Like, like I don't tell people, once is a mistake, twice is a habit. The third time, I deserve it, but I ain't gonna give you a third time. So, so I had to go back. I had to go to therapy to find out why people always calling me mean, and I don't feel I was mean, but I was just being straightforward in a rude way,
Yeah.
according. And I've overcome that. Now I'm all about positivity and positive energy. I don't burn sage every day and all that other shumu people will be into, but But I believe, what you put out is what you're gonna get in. I always believe that. Everything is that the world is truly a cycle. And I feel like my grandma and my mother always tell me, you never let people go hungry. You never deny people a plate of food or a place to stay. And I always feel that's like certain things when I feel like Jesus, like what have I done to deserve this? Like I could go sleep that night and the next morning, boom, like a blessing out of nowhere to come. And I'll be like, wow, I thought I was about to. But again, it's all about the energy that you put out and the energy that you take in. And your surroundings has a lot to do with that too. Your surround like any of my friends them could tell you that I don't try to force people to not just be settled. Like I feel okay. I have two hustles. You should have two hustles too, or a hustle, or a half a hustle. You understand? So,
Yeah.
like even with my friend Caddy, Caddy is a very organized person. If you know her personally, and she will sit there and just organize. I like Caddy. People will pay people to organize things. You should do an organize. You should do. You should organize people's closet or their pantry. I see you need to look into that, and then boom, that's where she get her what is this closet rehab,
Closet
um,
rehab. Yeah.
and I mean that is a godsend. Like you call like it's a big business. People pay people to organize they closets, they pantry, they shelves in the kitchen, and that's I feel if that's something you enjoy, make money out of it because people pay for convenience.
Yeah. That's true.
Let me tell
That's
you,
true.
it had a point I was writing papers for college students because they pay for
Wow.
convenience. I
I
was
should have
doing
known.
my regular. That was before I started cooking and stuff like that. There, people pay for you to take their tests, to write their papers and stuff like that. People pay for convenience. And who am I to deny them their convenience?
That's true.
So again, I mean there's a hustle for everybody. Everybody. If you like to read, edit stuff, people pay for people to edit their stuff. Like
Yeah.
so, don't just settle in one thing. I mean, I remember going to a workshop here locally in Orlando. Um and one of the keynote speakers say, let your corporate job pay for your dream job or your
Mm,
dream business. And that's why I still have my corporate job because my corporate job is paying for my dream business.
it's
And
very smart.
again,
I like that. I like that.
and
That's true.
again, with healthcare, as how healthcare is, I'll keep my corporate job for now. Like, so again, and once I heard the speaker said that, I was like, wow, this is huge. And she was like, she worked for um Deloitte for a very long time, and she was a business consultant on the side. And she, started very small, and now she have like major accounts that she is, working with and everything like that. But she says she never just after her first year or 2 year, she quit her corporate job. She held on to her corporate job until, she was solid in her dream job. And it wasn't until like her 4th year in her business that she decided she's gonna leave her corporate job. So that's why I always tell people like you can't just I go stop work for people. You just have to have a plan set. You give yourself a goal as to when you want to, finish working for people. So I don't tell people, I just try and be my parents' retirement plan because the way how the government set up,
Yeah.
you just don't know.
You
So,
just don't know. That's true.
we all try and live good and live comfortable.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
be happy. And be happy.
So I as again, planning is, yeah, planning is a major factor in balancing anything. Like you have to plan ahead. Definitely plan ahead. Like people might think you crazy because you're planning for something in September, but no, you have deadlines. You have, you create a time anything like that. So, like, that's what you definitely have to look into. Because if you don't plan ahead, you will fail. And again, use your resources. Definitely learn to use your resources. Ask questions. Follow people who are interested in the same thing that you are interested in. Um, it was so funny because the group of other catering people that I'm from networking with, like one of them, we actually connected while we were standing in line at Restaurant Depot, again shopping for food. I think I had like 8 boxes of conch, and he like, what are you gonna do with all that conch? So then I tell him, I gonna saute it down in some butter sauce, in some butter, and add a little red bell pepper. And he like, oh, I never had it like that. He's like, oh, one of these days.
Yeah.
And then he like, well, I cook too. I do this, and he gave me his card. And then we connected online. I followed him on Instagram. He followed me on Instagram, and it's just like, he's like, oh, a couple of him and some of the other chef that he's familiar with have this thing going on. Come on, meet everybody else. And when I went, it was like, I was so proud to see like so many different black owned catering businesses here in Orlando. And a lot of them are private chefs. A lot of them are have their food trucks, and a lot of them have their storefronts. And it was just like, wow. I kind of like, got a little woo. I'm part of this now. Like,
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And we have a
so, and
question
then
here. Oh, go ahead,
go
Sheena. Go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, go ahead. Finish.
Nice, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, I have reached some type of milestone that I'm hanging with the big
Mm.
dogs now.
That makes you feel good though. That makes you feel good. You
Yeah.
know, all the hard work. Your hard work paying off, and you're moving in the right direction.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
Hmm.
was I was gonna say that we have a question here from Sheldon. Besides your love for cooking, what are some of your current hobbies?
Hmm. Well, I am a sort of a carnival chaser. I like to go to carnivals in different countries, different states. Um, I'm a retired party animal. I could say that.
Are you retired?
Yes, I am retired member. I don't go out every. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I used to probably go out like every weekend. I can't do that no more. But I love carnival, like carnival, and the different vendors going to different islands. They do their carnival, partaking in their carnival. It's just I love it. Like whoo, like it's that's what I like to do. I like to travel. I love to travel. I travel a lot by myself often because planning a group trip is never successful. So
That's not
I mean, I
good.
do the group trips, but I do a lot of just very random trips. Like I'm a night owl, so I might be like late at night and like what? Let me see what Expedia have going on with this bundle, and and like oh what Delta have going on with this bundle, and oh I could go Amsterdam for like $300. God, like
That's a good deal.
yeah, I mean, like, believe it or not, you could get some real and like if you follow some of these Instagram travel groups that have like glitches, so you could get like a bundle like hotel and airfare for like less than $500 or $500 or something like that, and it's like, who am I to
Nice.
take? Who am I to correct them about their glitch? And I
It's
used
true.
to love to coupon until I ran out of space to keep the stuff.
Sound like you need a storage unit for your coupons.
I did have a storage unit.
What? Oh
Yeah, it was
gosh,
that bad.
Sheena.
So
That's
then,
bad,
yeah.
Sheena. That's bad. That's bad.
But then if I realized, you think I'm bad? My cousin Narcissa is bad.
Oh, she was.
What? You see, she have a basement.
Oh
So
gosh.
she good. She probably like, why is this girl talking my business? But between me and her, and then my other friend who helps me out with cooking, I mean with the food and stuff, Georgie is queen of couponing. Let me tell you, Georgie would clear your rack, like your store. I was that level, and I was like, no man, this is an obsession now, man. Like, why do all this toilet paper? Or why do and when I realized like things expire, I ain't gonna use all this pasta sauce in a year. Why do I need to buy like I had pasta sauce all in the closet. I had pasta, salad dressing, detergent. At one point, I didn't have to like I shopped I do couponing for 6 months straight and didn't have to buy like toilet paper, paper towel, detergent, and them stuff for the other 6 months. Like
Wow.
6 months to a year. It was
Yeah.
to a point where it was just yeah, I had run out of space to keep the stuff. So I like, nah man, I can't do this anymore. This is crazy people stuff.
You
But
catch
I was like,
yourself. You catch yourself.
yeah, because it's literally you waking up to beat the and it's to the point where the stores then was catching on. So then the store policies them start to change, and it's like, oh no no. But then the good thing is when you catch a new cashier, woo. But I used to coupon a lot, like hardcore coupon. Like it had a time Target had a glitch, and like the super pack of paper towel. It was supposed to be like $25. I forget, like the the bulk one. They had it marked down for $5 per package,
Wow.
and
That's crazy.
because again there is a Facebook group for everything that you're interested in. They posted in the Facebook group, man. Let me tell you, I run to my my Target up the street and pick up my little Camry was full of paper towels. I even had my brother and his friend them come with me so they could take some paper towels.
You crazy, my son. That's
And then it was,
crazy.
and then
That's crazy.
I had a garage. I had a big garage, so I was just, I like, no man, I can't do this. Is just. I look at myself and I like, no man, I done. Like, after these things done, I am not going back to the store. And it was to the point like I didn't want to buy nothing if it didn't had a coupon or if it wasn't on sale. And I can't do this.
You got two people willing to learn from you. You got
my friend, my
Sheldon and
friend, my
Tamika.
friend, my friend teaches. I mean, if you contact her, her Instagram, I could post it. Um, the best shopping list. She does one-on-one classes, and she has a store. Like I literally shop from her storage. Like she is a beast. Like she don't play.
Yeah, you got some people in the chat. They want to learn the couponing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You
yeah,
see, you see, Narcissa is in there.
yeah.
We were horrible with coupon. I mean, it's to the point I bought a deep freezer because I needed place to put stuff.
What?
So,
No man,
so I just had
oh
to. I like
gosh.
yeah. We needed, because like they'll have like they used to have like ice, like I don't even like ice cream like that, but because it was on sale, I used to buy it. Like, and it's like to the point you buying stuff, and it's like you paying just taxes, or to the point where the store actually have to pay you back because it's like you have to learn how to use your store coupons and on top of the vendor coupons, and it's like a science.
Mm,
It's I mean, once you understand the lingo, it's like, wow, where have this been all my life? Like,
yeah.
but trust me, like couponing, it's it it's a rabbit hole. Like once you get used to it, woo, but it saved
Yes.
a lot of again, I shop, like I buy detergent the first 6 months of the year, and I never buy detergent almost for a year.
So wow, that's a long time.
Up till now, like the other day I was
Yeah.
washing my car, I find a bottle of softener underneath the seat. Like underneath like I mean, my friend pull up my seat them to clean the car, whatever it is, and he find two bottles of softener underneath the seat. What is this doing? I like
Yeah, that's crazy.
I like that was so I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I
for
do
sure.
a
You,
little thing now and then, but it's not as bad as how I used to be before. So thank God.
I had a question earlier I wanted to ask you. How did it when you first did your
Mm-hmm.
first like wedding, when you had to cook for a large group? How for your first time? How did you feel? Were you nervous? Were you like were you like just all over the place, like losing your mind, or were you like
Very.
calm and also okay? It's a very
I was very very nervous, and it was because I was very nervous because it was one, it wasn't somebody I had know. It was it was a referral by one of my regulars again. Um and this is for somebody I never met before, and um I was just nervous, but I mean, I had faith that my food, everything would have turned out good. Again, I have taste testers there because I don't eat red meat. I don't eat like um beef and them oxtail and them thing. But I don't
mhm.
have people, I just sometimes I don't never taste the food. I don't have nobody around to taste the food or anything like that. I don't know. So it's just like I go in our faith.
Oh wow, hey,
So this oxtail will taste good because I know I put all this good stuff in it, and but I don't when it comes to like beef, pork and everything, I don't touch it at all. But I cook it. I just don't know how it tastes. But to hear when the feedback of when I actually cook it and they eat it and they like, oh my gosh, this is like some good oxtail or this. I like, what? Yeah, man. Like,
yeah,
but for
you
my
got the
first one,
skills.
I was nervous, and then it's like the next day or the day after, the girl, she came and she write a big Facebook thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, woo!
That's
So
good.
and
That's
then
good.
yeah, and then she was happy too because at the she actually was she lived out of state, so to find someone local, and her husband wanted like certain things, and she was happy that she found me. So it just all work out. There were a couple from St. Thomas, so they were thankful that they find somebody who to cook our type of food.
Yeah, I know they were happy. We have a question
So
here from
yeah.
Kerryanne. Do you do you question from Kerryanne? Do you cater for events back home in the VI as well?
I mean, if you want me to, you can fly me home. I mean, I have already um people have flown me out to I did a baby shower in New York,
Oh,
New
nice.
Jersey. I've cooked in Virginia, North Carolina, and Atlanta. So it's wherever you want me, I could go. coming with my bag full of seasoning and all my special knives and forks, and I'll be there. So I mean, I cook for my family when I'm home, but you see, like my time home to be like so short. I was trying to do something actually this year, that just passed, this Christmas that just passed, but again, things was shut down, and it's like, where do you find certain stuff home? But again, it's gonna happen soon. Again, if you fly me anywhere, I'll cook for you.
True that. True that.
Like it's to the point where I've cooked in New York. I literally like I have family who live in New York, so I cook by their house. We have like my cousin have like a very big house in New York, so I have like my pots and my pans. They already know that's my pots and my pans. Like I order a set of pots and pans, deep fryer, everything for when I have to come up there and cook. And then the same thing in Virginia is like I have deep fryer pots and pans to my cousin them house in Virginia. So they just have everything stored there for me in a corner. So wherever you want me to be, honey, I will be. If it's Atlanta, I load up the car and we going. Like I've done that before. It was me and Kadila. We cooked for a event in Atlanta. We load up the Jeep, the pots, pans, cooler full of whatever seasoning. We got up the road.
We have a question here from David Wilshire. Is it only you cooking, or you plan to build up a team and push that way?
For now, it's only me cook. If you know me personally, you know I don't like people in my kitchen. So for now, it's only me. It's only me cooking. If you, even my mom, me and my mom don't go at it because I don't be like, get out the kitchen. So
That's funny. That's funny.
if you know me personally, you know, get out my kitchen. Or do what you gotta do and let me know when I could come in there. But you ain't gonna be in the kitchen with me. Like I don't do the group cooking thing. Nah, get out the kitchen. Like ain't no kumbaya moment here. We're gonna kumbaya at the table. Get Cause I hear people to be over my shoulder. Oh, what you putting in there? What's that? What's this? No, get out the kitchen. Like you messing up my feng shui. I need
Do you cook with music playing too, or no?
definitely. I mean, if you know me, I love me a good my favorite is listening to Dub in the Rainforest, all 4 episodes. All 4 or some good pressure, or depending. I like this, like if it's late at night I cooking, it's definitely reggae. But if it's in the daytime, it's soca music. Cause you know, like so I definitely yeah. Or sometimes the trap queen and me to come out and I have to play my little trap music. But I definitely have a different type of list for everything.
No Tupac? You don't jam no Tupac?
See my friends say I don't play girls in the kitchen. You like you could help me. You could peel an onion or cut up some peppers, but not in the kitchen. Go on the table. Like I'll set you up over there. Don't, and it's to the point where I think somebody bought me a towel set. Like it literally says stay out of my kitchen. Like
Wow, that's nice. That's
but
a good one.
yeah, I don't. So for now, it's only me. I cook everything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I will. If I will definitely like. I don't cook by recipe. I think that's my biggest thing. I don't cook by recipes. And I've been trying to document what I cook, like videotape, because that has helped a lot. especially like God rest his soul, my uncle that passed away in February.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He
Rest in
my
peace.
Caesar rice and my stuffing and stuff like that. And one time I decided, I gonna videotape this stuffing thing for he to get done back because he been trying for years and years and years, and it's always he's short of something. So then I finally videotape it and I sent him like the ingredients, and that's when he finally got it. When he actually see what I'm doing, I'm putting it into play. He was like, "Oh, now it makes sense." So I've been trying, now that I got this whole tripod ring light thing set up too. But then again, I try and hurry up and finish cook the food. So So I really be trying though, but I try to document everything that I'm doing right now, like videotaping it for sure. I'm making sure that, it's done properly.
We have a question here from Sheldon. If you could give advice to young adults about the accounting field, what would be some pointers you could recommend for them to succeed?
So for the accountant field, definitely make sure it's something that you want to do for a very long time. I've been doing an accountant. Yes, it's boring, but it's also have for me the fun part of accounting. It's auditing, like finding like that's the type of work that I do. I'm a senior analyst, so basically I go over people work and like what is this for? Why did you do this? So definitely make sure you have a mind frame where you can do your research. You can um and it's something that you want to do for a very long time. Like I started like fresh out of college. I had a decent job. Um I graduated literally at the start. It kind of was a good thing and a bad thing. I graduated at the start of when the economy went rock bottom. And after a year, your first year out of college, you're making a good little 45, $50,000. I was, and then
Yeah,
boom,
yeah. Balling.
a year or two later, oh, we're downsizing, everybody lay off. So it was like literally, um, I got laid off because things started getting slow. The business got bought out, and but then I still had my hair life there, you know. And then don't be afraid to learn different. Accounting is like a whole different kind of spectrum. You have the front end, the operational part of accounting, and then you have basically the finance part of accounting. So you have finance and accounting. Actually, it's two different things when you really look at it. Um, but is make sure it's something that you want to do for a very long time, a very very long time, and it's not just numbers adding and subtracting and dividing. It's a lot of logic thinking. Like, if you do this here, how does it affect this here? Because if anybody knows me or works with me, my famous question is because I have worked doing like I was a chief accountant. I have worked where I always ask, how does it affect the GL? Because at the end of the day, or when you have to close the month or the year, that is where you find the most mistakes when people start posting things to the wrong accounts, to the
That's
wrong
not good.
GL numbers, to the
That's not
wrong
good.
bank account. It's just like I have spent 12 hours days. It's still, I'll never forget. I spent one day and I was off by, I will never forget the number $389.12.
Wow. You gonna never forget
This
that.
thing tickled me for 2 days. I couldn't find why I was off until it was somebody posted it in, it was like a intercompany transaction. So they posted it to the wrong company in the wrong bank account. So here I am now. My part of the job is to basically um reverse all those entries and re-enter it in correctly. So you have to be able to think like that. Like, okay, now that I find this, what do I have to do? And accounting is evolving now. It's getting very technical right now. A lot of stuff is being automated. There's no more, you can start doing your stuff like manually, like the how you call it, the debit and credit and everything, but at the end of the day you have a system that will do that for you with ease. So you have to be able to be open that is going to get technical, and it's something that you want to do for a very long time. It gets boring. It's but it also at the same time it challenges you. It challenges me. For me, it challenges
Mm,
me every day with new tax laws, payroll taxes, this new COVID, um, these COVID incentives that's going on for the company. Like we have to make sure everything is coded correctly, because at the end of the day, these corporations are going to get their money back somewhere somehow. So make sure it's
sure.
something that you want to do, and you you know that you're going to be in it for the long haul. Me personally, I never was the type to say I want to get my CPA, because ever since I was small, I always wanted to be a business consultant.
Okay.
And so that's why I kind of like I did all of the accounting I could do in my whole entire life. Like, like I've done receivables, I've done payables, I've done general ledger work, I have done everything. So now I'm on the payroll part, and I think the next part that I'm probably going to go to is probably um the analytics of accounting, like the background end of accounting. So I have done, so it's different steps of accounting. As you come out of college or high school, your first job is going to be like a entry level clerk job where you just basically put punching in numbers and totaling and posting and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
as you progress in life, you have to be able to be independent and research things on your own. It's
That's
not
important.
easy. Yeah, it's not easy and it's not hard. You just have to be able to think outside of the box, I should say. So everybody asks me how I'd get a year and off. I'd do my walk before I leave.
You smart. You smart.
Because if anybody know, year end, December and January time, shut down. Nobody could go nowhere. Y'all could stay there. I going home. So, but as this COVID thing happened lately, so I'm working from home. So I have right now I set up with 3 monitors in my office area. So it's constantly you're constantly on Zoom calls. You are constantly in meetings. You're checking in on your employees, making sure they're doing their work, making sure they're on time. You have to, doing performance review. It's kind of hard to do performance reviews now, being that everyone is working from home, because it's like, I'm seeing the work done, but like the interaction, it really not there because we home. Like
Yeah. It's
so it's
true.
I think at
That's so true.
some point, it's kind of hard to just give a performance review based on people working from home. And then like I said, like, accounting have its ups and its downs. For me, as I said, like when I first graduated, had a good job, lost my job, then I had to start from the bottom. Like I got from there, I started doing like call center work. While working at the call center, they discovered I had an accounting degree. Oh, come off the phone. You're going to work in the payroll department.
Wow. Just
So
like
then
that.
I worked the payroll department for a while, and then yeah. So then I left that job, and then I went to I was a staff accountant for years with this aviation company, and that's where I learned a lot about the different parts of accounting, different accounting programs. I started to dig into payroll there a little bit. I was like my manager, I was like her left hand, her right hand, her everything. So And that's another thing too. You want to get somebody who is always willing and ready to show you or to be a good mentor to you. Like up to this day, like we talk on a regular basis, me and that manager, and she's very informed. She knows her work. And she also tells me like, you know your work too, and you it's always good to have a good mentor. That's what I try to be too. Like I always tell people, you know, don't be afraid to call me up or ask me for any questions or ideas, because um I don't mind sharing what I know, because as I said, it's we each one teach one, like you said earlier. So
Yeah.
it's a very good way that we can all communicate with each other, because even among our friends, when we come up with our different business antics, our different business ideas, corporate Sheena to kick in. So it's like, like they'll be like, so I had this plan, I had this idea. So right away, I'm like, okay, so what is your target? Who is your target? What is your market? What is your this? And they'll be like, you know what? Just forget it. Like, so,
That's funny.
so the project planner in me will kick in, not knowing that, hey,
Yeah,
I just have to be a friend and listen. So,
that's that's true. That's true.
so, because I want to make sure once you coming out the gate, that you coming out the gate, like ready. You ready. So like you could ask me anything. Like you could ask me I thought of an idea, like, hey, I want to do this. So my first question will always, just like my friend, I help her got created her bartending business, Elite Choice. Y'all might see me share constantly some of the stuff there. Like she asked me like, hey, she wants to start this. Then we came up with a name, came up with a logo. We started branding. We started, promoting, and it started as a little small thing to like we have gigs in New York, we have gigs in
Wow,
Atlanta, gigs in Florida, gigs in St. Croix, St. Thomas, and it's just it. Right
that's
now, I
nice.
feel like it blew it up, like, and it's like every minute we have to like be on these calls and these chats, like talking about like, oh my gosh, what we should do next, what we gonna do. So Elite, y'all might see me sharing a lot of the stuff because I'm part of that whole creative spectrum of getting it started. So I'm very happy to see where it started and where it is
Nice,
now. I'm very proud of my friend.
nice.
And I'm still there in the background helping her as well. So again,
That's
when she
awesome.
first started, I used to be like, what is your market? What is your target? Do you just want to stick with Caribbean people? Do you want to do the Yankee parties? You know, so we went from sticking with Caribbean people to doing Yankee parties to doing everybody party, weddings, private parties, comedy shows, buju bantan shows, traveling, like like
Nice.
yes. So that's been a very big thing.
Yeah.
So I think I
That's
saw a
awesome.
question popped up
Yeah, from Dwayne.
from
Who do your
Dwayne.
logos? Yeah, who do your logos?
Oh, Savory Eats.
Yeah.
So this basically, how you call it? I found this guy who did my shirts. I found him on Facebook. Again, Facebook has everything for
Wow.
everybody. So he did all my shirts. My cousin, she actually have a business. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right, no problem.
So she did. I have these little hats. These are my chef hats.
Oh, you got some shit. Oh, that's dope.
I have the chef hats and the aprons that she where is it? I can't see. Oh, here it is. So yeah, so my cousin, she is royalty crafted. She does my hats, my t-shirts. And this the guy who did I found him on Facebook, the guy who did my polo shirts. But my cousin initially she did my hats, my aprons,
Oh,
and
okay.
I try to find people that I know. My first initial t-shirts was from my college friend that I she have a printing business as well. But my logo, it 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 was created by me. I did three different
Cool.
type of different put together things, and then I sent it out to like my family and friends, and I had them vote on which one they liked. At first I was Savory East by Sheens, but I like let me drop the name.
Yeah.
'Cause- so then it was just like it had different scenarios of how I created the logo, and I like purple, so it definitely had to have some purple in there because that's my favorite color. And then I like, I wanted to be tropical because, of course, I'm from the islands. So I needed that, bright color thing. And from then it went from purple, pink, green, and orange.
Nice, nice.
So, but I tried
That's
to
pretty
support
dope.
a lot of Black owned businesses. So, like, my first initial set of t shirts that I got when I first started, my came from my college classmate. She have a business called Ridgeway Creativity. And then I found this guy, I forgot his name. He's on Facebook. He does a pretty good job. Like he had this done same afternoon. Like I sent it to him like 12 p.m. Picked it up by 5. Like his turnaround time, and that's a big thing with
Nice.
me.
Nice.
That is a big thing with me. The turnaround time was impeccable. Like I dropped off my shirt and he came and he told me if we can meet up after 5, 6 o'clock. I'm like, what? And to me, that's
That's
a
good
very that when
service.
you're dealing with customer service, turnaround time is vital in the
That's
workplace.
true.
Like your SLA is the most important thing, just as well as your turnaround. So his turnaround time was top notch. So I was like, I'm gonna definitely be using you for more polo shirts. So yeah, he does my polo shirts. Is very affordable. Um, I might post his information later once I remember his name. He's in my messages. But yeah. And then my cousin, I'm gonna post her information later as well. She did all my chef hats and my aprons and everything. She recently started too. COVID has brought out the creativity in a lot of us.
That's
So
true.
she recently
Yeah, a lot
started
of
her
people.
business. Yeah, she recently started her business in the midst of COVID last year. She does like look she made my cup. See my cup.
Oh, wow, nice. Man,
And they have Chef
that's nice.
Sheen's. So she did this. So yeah. So she did my cups. She does like kitchenware. She does she has some very nice tumblers right now with like the tree queens. I mean the tree Virgin is a Virgin Island theme set that she has going on. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically how the logo came about by just putting in things together and it just all come up boom.
we're coming up on the 2 minute mark. I'm about to get into my quick hitters for you, but I want to ask you
Mhm.
this question: Where do you see the business? I know you mentioned about the food truck, but where do you see your business in the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years?
Definitely, I won't be working in corporate America, and and I'll just be doing the food truck.
Mm.
Definitely, that's what I'm looking for within the next less than 5 years. So
Okay, nice,
definitely,
nice.
being one of your popular food truck or outside of your nearest event. I'll be the courtesy of the United States.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna, I'm definitely looking into being just, home based, just don't have to worry about the other, just being by myself and doing this. by myself. Well, not by myself. I definitely will need a team. That's
Yeah.
another thing too. Trying to find dependable people. That's always people will help you. They said it will help you, but when it's time to do the work, nobody shows up.
That happens
Nobody shows
sometimes.
up.
That
So that's
happens.
why I'm very thankful for I'm very thankful for Georgie and Caddy. They really come through every time. They volunteer their time, and we all, after it's all said and done, we go and we celebrate, we eat ice cream, or we go to eat. We
Yeah,
chill, we
that's
talk.
dope. That's dope. That's dope.
So
That's
yeah.
dope. I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna get into my quick hitter, Sheena. You ready? We winding down towards the ending. You ready for these quick hitters or
Okay.
no?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I guess. Let's see.
Okay. Top
Oh
cooking
God, I'm
shows.
scared. I
No, man,
scared.
don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You good. Top cooking shows you enjoy watching.
Top cooking shows, Chopped, and I like
Nice.
dine di- diners and
Drive-ins.
drive. Yeah,
Yeah, I know
he
you're
goes to
talking about.
these
Yeah,
different play. Yeah, and he
yeah,
tastes the weirdest thing, but I love it.
yeah. So those two.
uh, and I like Ramsey, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon
How come
Ramsay.
I
Yeah,
can't remember the shows?
yeah.
But
He has
Gordon
that.
Ramsay show, I love it. Oh,
Yeah,
what is this? Hell's Kitchen. Hell's
Hell's
Kitchen,
Kitchen.
yeah.
Yeah, he has Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
hmm
Okay, so your favorite
I actually
food?
went to his. My favorite food.
Oh no, go ahead. Finish what you were gonna say first.
Nice. I actually went to his restaurant, Hell's Kitchen. It was nice.
Oh, okay. It was nice.
Yeah, yeah. Um, my
Wait,
favorite food.
this question I'm asking you is more. Is more. So, favorite food, your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and your favorite dessert.
My favorite dessert is bread pudding.
Oh, that's my
Love me
favorite.
some bread pudding.
You make bread pudding too?
um, and I like the bread pudding. You ever had bread pudding from Ruth Chris? Ruth Chris
Chris.
bread
No.
pudding is the bomb. Love it. Um, Favorite snacks. I'm not really a snack person to say, but I do like me
Okay.
some cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers.
I love me some cheese and crackers.
That's classic. That's a classic
Favorite
food
food.
snack.
Favorite food. What is my favorite food? I love me some pasta. I'm a pastatarian.
Love. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one.
I love me some.
I'm with you.
I love me
Yeah.
some pasta. If it goes from stuffed shells, from from scampi something. I love me some pasta. I rather pasta over rice any day, any day.
That's a tough one for me. That's a tough one. I don't know which one, but I love both of them.
Yeah, give me. Yeah,
So,
I love some pasta. Pasta with a good piece of salmon, a good like chicken breast, or I love me some pasta. I don't know what's my like. I don't have a favorite food. I do. Okay, my favorite. I do love a good Caribbean chicken soup. Yes.
oh, okay.
I could say I could indulge in a good Caribbean chicken soup, like with the pumpkin and the dumpling and the
Yeah. That's yum.
Yes.
That's yummy. That's yummy. That's yummy. That's yummy. Me and Lauren was talking before we had started her episode, and I was telling her about this place that right next to where she works is called Giovanni's. Has she told you about Giovanni's?
Oh yeah.
Have you ate there
Yeah.
before?
No, I haven't ate there as
Oh
yet.
man, they got some nice pasta, man. They got some nice pasta.
Mm.
Yeah. Some
Nah, that's have to be on my mission.
yeah. Okay, next one. Least favorite food to eat and least favorite food to cook.
My least favorite food to cook is conch. It takes too much time.
So
It takes
anytime I got a plate of can for you, that's what I'll be like, man, she didn't really want to cook this.
it's a lot of hard work and dedication that went into that food. My least favorite food to eat. When I was younger, it used to be liver. Oh,
Oh,
liver. But it's good for you. But I don't eat it. I don't eat it at all now. So, but when I was younger, oh, my mother used to. I ain't gonna lie though. My mother used to double it up. Like she used to with some onions and peppers and mashed potatoes. It used to be good. But just the fact that in my mind it's liver. Oh. So my least favorite food to eat as an adult, I don't know. I'm a very picky eater. Like my favorite food, I love a salad. Oh, that's my favorite food too. I love salads. Let me tell you about me and my salads, right? I really love salads. Like Caddy used to get mad with me because every time we used to go out, I used to order like a soup and my main course would be a salad. But it's like a salad with with see somebody just say I like Mediterranean food. Yes,
that's
salad.
yeah,
I like
now
Greek salad. I do love
nice inside, yeah.
Mediterranean food. Like yeah, like Zoe's Kitchen. I don't know if you have ever heard of Zoe's Kitchen.
Yeah, I heard of it,
They're
yeah.
like a Mediterranean restaurant, and they have like hummus. They have
Yeah, I
like
love hummus,
their
yeah.
Greek salad, and then they have the salmon kebabs. Oh, the salmon
Oh,
kebabs
that
with a
sounds
Greek.
good. That sounds good.
I
That
do,
sounds
I
good.
do. I love me a good salad, like the quesadilla explosion
I love
from
quesadillas.
Chili's is my favorite.
I love
Yeah, I love
quesadillas,
me a
yeah.
good salad. And I don't know what's my least favorite. Well, I don't like red meat, so I guess
Okay.
I don't eat burgers, I don't eat steak, I don't eat pork, nothing like that. So
Okay, nice, nice. Favorite
it just
carnival
took
you
one
are
bad experience. My favorite
oh
carnival
your favorite carnival you
that
attended,
I
or you could list your top three carnivals that you like to attend.
I did Barbados Carnival and I had a good time. That's Caesar Army Juve. Whew. My goal is to go Trinidad, but I think I need to train myself to go Trinidad because that pace is different. So like I was supposed to go St. Lucia Carnival last year, but as you know, the world closed, so St. Lucia was done. But so far, my favorite carnival, definitely I had like Barbados. But I think if I go Trinidad, Barbados might be second place. But as I said, like Trinidad, I have to pace myself. I have to give myself like vitamins and it's that back to back thing. I don't know. And I have done the Uber cruise all 4 years, and I
Nice.
consider that a carnival in its own. The
Facts.
first year was everything. I think my best year on Uber cruise had to have been the first year we went Jamaica. Yeah, Ocho Rios. I think the second year was the best year. And man, let me tell you, if you ever been on the Uber cruise, I think that's a different pace because you have to sneak away to get sleep. Like
You gotta sneak away. That's funny.
because it's like partying from the time you reach on the boat. Yeah, you have to sneak out. Literally, I was sneaking away to get sleep. You reach on the boat, you partying, and then from there they have a little break because they're getting ready for the whatever. So you probably could sneak in a little hour sleep, but at the same time you want to eat. So you have to either choose sleep or eat. So
Yeah, that's a
and
tough
then
one.
right after that is like the party starts at like 7. Yeah, the party starts at 7. Then from 7 till like midnight is like the stage show. Then from the stage show, there's the after party. But then after the after party, there's an after party. So you coming back to your your room, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. But that's not done though. You literally have soca size in the morning starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. And you don't want to miss soca size because it's a walk up. Like
Yeah, yeah.
so so it's like, and then you working out with all the soca artists and everything there. So it's like, you walking up and you see your favorite soca artist next to you. You might get to walk up on him too. So then you have soca size, and then you have much. And again, you want to either debate if you want to sleep or if you want to eat. I choose sleep. Like but
That's
then
a
the
tough one.
daytime party start. So then the daytime party starts like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So then you have all the daytime party going on. Then there's probably like another event and the other. So it's like 4 or 5 days of nonstop partying. So I call that a carnival on its own. So um that's yeah. So my goal is to get to Trinidad, but you know how the world looking next year. Me hear nothing about it yet, but it's Barbados. I definitely had a good time. Definitely, I played mass with I forget the name of the troop of the group, but we had a good time as well. Um, them Bajan, they party like us. They party till the sun come up. We were out and we rented our own. We was our own tour guide. We rented our own car. We drove around.
Nice.
We mingled with the people. Um, I had a good time. My favorite, I could say my favorite carnival up here in the US of A, I would say New York. It's because they actually go on the road. Like New York still have, it's not around a track or around a stadium. They actually on the parkway, partying. And that's how we do carnival on the road.
On the road, yeah. That's
So
true.
they
That's
literally
true,
have
yeah.
their jewelry and everything on the road. Yeah. Not like Miami Carnival or Atlanta where they have it like going around in a stadium or around a mall or something like that. So I would say like that's my favorite one. But yeah, we'll see.
Top
I
top
missed out on
five.
St. Lucia last year though, because I didn't hear you. Can you repeat yourself? You was breaking up.
Oh, top five places you would like to travel to or visit.
Definitely Dubai. I actually had a Europe trip plan last March, but then they closed. So I still have my ticket and my everything pending for that. I was doing like the tour. I was going to go Italy, Germany, um, London. I did Amsterdam. I love Amsterdam. Been to Amsterdam. I'll go back there anytime. I do want to go Switzerland, um, Japan, and Greece.
Okay, nice.
And of course, Dominica. I like Dominica. I've been to Dominica before, but I love it. That's where my family from, but it's so like if you like into nature and hiking and just the air is different, the water is different. You could take a shower and don't have to lotion because the water is not harsh. They have like they literally
That's
have
crazy.
springs coming out of the side of the road. You could literally just take your cup and fill it up with water. The water is pure and clean. So it's a beautiful country. A very beautiful country.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that.
Mm.
5 words that describe you.
5 words that describe me. Um, I'm very loyal, compassionate, dedicated. I'm respectful, very respectful, because as I've stated earlier, the same energy that you put out is the same energy that I would like. So I believe in respect both ways.
Yeah.
Um, and I will say busy.
Busy. Man, what's the
Is that it? That's
no
everything.
no. I had man, I forgetting this question. Hold on. I'm thinking. I I always ask this question, I forgetting. I'm losing my mind right now. Oh yeah, this is it. An actor to play your life story in a movie. See laughing.
Who would that be?
That's a good question.
I really don't know. Oh, Jill Scott.
Nice, nice. I love Jill Scott. Nice.
I do love me some Jill Scott.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love her as a singer and an actor.
5 dinner guests, dead or alive? That's the last question. Those two is usually the last two I
Yep,
like
I
to
didn't hear what you
ask.
say.
Oh, sorry.
What did you say?
5 dinner guests, dead or alive?
5 dinner guests.
Yeah, dead or alive. You having a
I would
dinner?
definitely love to have a conversation with Lucky Doobie. I love me some Lucky Doobie. Garnet Silk. If you know me, you know I love me some like conscious roots reggae. And Lucky Doobie, my father used to play his music like,
He's the
and
man.
his his
He's the
his
man.
music was different. It had that horn in the background constantly going. So I love me so Lucky. So definitely Lucky Doobie. And I always like Garnet Silk. So that's two. And then um I do love me some Rihanna. She's so free spirited.
Yeah,
Um
Rihanna dope. She dope. She dope.
yeah,
She
she's
dope.
so free. And I like Charlemagne the God because he is funny, entertaining, and the way that he thinks, it's very innovative, I guess. So I would like to have a conversation with him at the dinner table because I think he'll get into your mind and make you think that you're doing like he likes to play the devil's advocate a lot, and I like people like that to challenge
Yeah,
you. So
that's
definitely
true.
Charlemagne. So that's already four. Jesus Christ, who's the last one? And actually, I will definitely it's between either Diddy or 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent because the way how he transformed from the music industry into the film industry, it's beyond me. Like how
Yeah,
he's dabbing into like his writing skills as a producer and
yeah.
everything. I really admire that. And
That's
to me, if you
facts.
ask
That's
me, he's
facts.
better off as a producer than a so and then he's not
Yeah,
only into that, he's into real estate, he's into He have his liquor, everything going, like just like as I said, as like Diddy as well. Diddy is into. He started off as the music. He's into clothing, um, real estate, Ciroc. He's all over the place. But between them two, I am stuck.
We take six. We take six. We take six. We take six. You survive it. You survive. You survive. Great answers. Great answers. Is there any shout outs? Anybody you want to big up? Your family, friends? Excuse me. Anyone?
Well, I would like to shout out. I definitely know my family is listening. I know my cousin Narcissa, she's listening. My friend Lauren Lolo. Um,
No, no.
definitely, as I stated, my left hand and my right hand, Caddy and Georgie. I really appreciate them for helping me. The day of when I have events and anything like that. Um, my circle of friends, for always, they also support me. They call me when they need somebody to cook for them, anything like that. Do they hear? So we're all one tribe. So definitely my mom, my dad, my brother. So, and everybody who tuned in, thanks for listening. It was a great conversation.
Yes,
Haven't
yes.
spoken to like this in so long. I definitely felt like I was doing something for work, but this is more of my comfort zone where I don't have to transition between being a Crujan and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
you
know,
know how you have to do that transition. It's very hard.
that's true. That's true. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about that you or mention or that we didn't talk about before
We
we
talked
leave?
about a lot, so
We did, yeah.
I would definitely say, to anyone who's trying to find their niche, their 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 side hustle or anything like that. And don't ever let somebody say, "Oh, so and so is already doing it." So what? There is Foot Locker, there's Champs, there is two of everything. Like
That's
somebody will
true.
say, "Oh, there's so many people selling food sale." That's okay. They haven't tasted my food.
That's true. Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
So,
That's facts.
never let somebody say, "Oh, so and so is doing this already." So what? Yours can be better. Yours, you can always be innovative. Let's say you want to put out a book of how to do this and somebody else already had it. So what? Make it colorful, make it black and white, make it make it yours. So don't ever say, oh, you want to sell t-shirts. So what? If so and so, look at, don't pay me no mind. This boy have everybody wearing his t-shirt. Like that is awesome to me. So that's why I feel like don't ever just say just because so and so doing it, I can't do it because they're already out there.
That's
Nah,
true.
there's something for everybody.
Facts.
Everybody.
Facts.
And trust me, don't ever think that somebody's not going to support you. Because sometimes it's not even your own that you need to support you. Total strangers are rooting for you. I could tell you that for a fact.
Mm.
Total strangers are rooting for you. Like people will be in my inbox constantly. I'm so proud of you. This. I've been following you for so and so and so. And like, oh my gosh, really? Wow, thank you. So don't ever feel like just because somebody's doing it, you cannot do it too. Always, always start. It's gonna hurt you more in the long run for when you decide that, man, I should have started this so and so. Because that's the thing. If it's your timing, it's your timing. It's everything have its purpose, everything have its season, everything have its reason. So don't be never afraid to say you gonna start your job, your company, your blog, your anything. Start from a blog, start from a conversation, have a conversation. Don't be afraid to just attempt to start something because you wouldn't know what somebody else think or feel about it unless you try. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, if at first you don't succeed, whitish, try again.
Try
Try
again. Yeah,
again.
that's true. That's true.
Try again. So as I stated earlier, people pay for convenience. People pay for I'm telling you.
It's
So
true.
if there
That's
is
true.
something that that's out there that you feel that you could be a convenience to somebody else, do it. If it's to walk, people pay for people to walk their dogs. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a
If
big
it's to walk
business.
the dogs, people pay. I pay for some. I during COVID, I was paying Instacart to go grocery shopping for me because what I tell you earlier, I don't like going grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So again, like I saw someone had a great. They started this great company, a little business back home, where they are doing like running your errands for you, basically while you're like, let's say I want a delivery service. I want something, flowers to be delivered to my mom, but there's no the flower shop don't deliver to that person or don't deliver to that area. This person have this business where they'll pick up the flowers for you and bring it to your mom. That is excellent. Again,
That's
con.
excellent.
They go in and register your car for you. They go in and run all your errands for you while you're at work. People will pay for convenience. So don't you ever feel that, you know, it's not something out there for you. And say one, say two. If you one friend don't agree with it, the next friend will be there to help you with it. But honestly, don't if you don't try, you wouldn't know where you fall. You wouldn't know where you fall at all. So definitely keep keep pushing, keep trying, use your resources. As I stated before, Facebook have a group for everything that you are interested in. So if you feel that, I like to do so and so, let me see if Facebook have it. Type it in and there's a group for it. Trust me. Trust me. Like, you like to travel, you don't have nobody to travel with, there's a group on Facebook called My Female Travel Buddy. So if you and somebody else decide to, and I have actually joined that group and have actually met some great people and I have traveled with them. My Female Travel Buddy, like we meet, well, before COVID, we used to meet once a month, have brunch, plan a trip. I've done been to like Savannah with them, North Carolina. We drove to we drove or we fly. So it's very good to like step out of your box. Definitely good to, at first I used to be like, oh, me want to go with so and so, but all of these people that I'm associated with through this group, one is a lawyer, two is an engineer, one is a head nurse, teacher, like they're all well established in their careers, and so they motivate me as well because I'm the baby. But at the same time, we do like to enjoy. We go to the how you call it, the vineyards and stuff like that. So again, if
Nice.
there's a group in Facebook for everything that you are interested in or that you would like to get into. Trust me, use your resources. And that's about it.
Good message.
And
Good message.
don't be afraid to follow me, Savory Eats 19 on Facebook and on Instagram, Savory underscore eats underscore as well on
I'm gonna
IG.
put that
I mean
in.
not Instagram, sorry. I'm Savory Eats 19 on Facebook and on Instagram I'm Savory underscore um eats underscore. So
Okay.
yes.
I'm gonna put that in for sure.
And again, just if you want me to come cook for you, I'll come with my bag of seasoning and I'm there, honey.
Everyone, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys supporting Sheena. I definitely appreciate you guys taking, time out of your busy schedule to tune in. So I definitely appreciate you guys supporting Sheena episode. Sunday we got on a Broadway scout for the Major League Scout for the San Francisco Giants. And then we have a show Sunday. Then we're gonna have a show Monday, and then we back Wednesday again. So just a quick rundown. So with that being said, Sheena, take us out. You could be like, we out, the Elite Podcast, whatever, something. But you take
Well,
us out.
again, Mumba, thanks 100%. Thanks for starting this great
Love
platform
alone.
here. It
Love,
is,
love.
I mean, it's the voice, it's coming to be a voice of the community. And I'm
Appreciate
proud
that.
of you, my
Thank
fellow
you.
Wildcat.
Yeah. I appreciate I
We
definitely
out
appreciate
here,
you, sis.
we doing like what Mary taught us to do. We out here serving. Yes.
She'll be proud. She'll be proud.
Yes. So again, everyone have a good night. Be safe. We're still within a pandemic, so social distance still, please. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.